Namaste, yogis, welcome. This is a practice that is going to help you find a sense of grounding and stability in your life. If you're one of those people whose mind is quite busy and you often have 10 different things on the go at once, then this practice will really help you to just find that sense of stability so you can just let the mind go for a while and really come back to this present moment. So often a lot of yoga practices skip this really crucial part of practice, and that's establishing a really steady, stable foundation. I don't know if you've ever tried meditating and you've just gone to sit down on your meditation cushion, however that is, you decide to sit, and then as soon as you close your eyes, your mind starts spinning and whirling, and you could be anywhere in the world, your mind's going a million miles an hour. And what we find is when we do these more grounding practices, we have so much more peace and calm in our minds that we're able to stay a lot longer in meditation and have a much deeper experience of the meditation because we've done the work establishing that really solid foundation right from the get-go. So this is a great practice to prep for longer meditation. It's a really nice practice to wind down at the end of the day. You could also do it in the morning or any time of day, actually, really, if you're feeling quite wound up, anxious, busy, in your head a lot, a real sense of kind of lightness, not able to focus. This will help you come back to earth. So to do this, we will be activating an energy in the body called Apana Vayu, which resides below the navel. It's an energy that deals with elimination and releasing toxins from the body, and it's activated by using forward folds, gentle twists, and a longer exhalation and a little bit of breath retention at the end of the exhalation. We'll also be applying what we call Mula Bandha, which is our root lock. It's the activation of a gentle lift to your pelvic floor, and that just helps you connect to that solid ground. So let's get started. We'll come to lie flat on the back with the feet bent, feet flat and knees bent, please. You might need a block or something with a little bit of height in some of the poses. So if you do not have a yoga block, don't worry. You can always use something like a little stool or even a pot plant turned upside down, the pot, not without the plant. And yeah, anything that's got a little bit of height, so it could even just be a really thick book or something like that. Okay, so lying on your back with your feet flat, knees bent, please close your eyes and rest your hands to your abdomen. Start to sense the ground below you, behind you, that's supporting you. And really tap into that sense of stability. Feel the foundation below you that's supporting you. Feel the feet, the whole soles of your feet connecting to the ground. And actually, anytime you're feeling a little off center, just bringing that awareness to your feet any time of the day can help to bring you back to earth. Feel where the back is connected to the ground. See if you can just broaden that sense of connection. And then feel the back of the head. Starting to soften your belly. Send a full inhalation into the belly. And as you exhale, just let your belly sink back down. As you inhale, expand the abdomen. As you exhale, see if you can draw a little bit longer on the out breath. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale. This time as you breathe out, gently contract the navel, so firming up the belly, and lift your pelvic floor. Soft lift. Release that contraction. Inhale, soften to the belly. And this time we'll exhale for 4 seconds. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, fill the belly. Adding to the exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale into a soft belly. Exhale, adding 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Contract the pelvic floor very gently. Relax. Inhale. Exhale for 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If that's too long, just stick with what you're comfortable with. Inhale, soft belly, release the contraction. Bring all the components together as you start to exhale. Draw the belly button in, draw the pelvic floor up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, soften, relax everything. Take a couple of natural breaths, just getting to feel the effects of your exhalation. And then roll to your right. Come over to your hands and knees, and then sit your hips back down to your heels. Take the knees wider, coming into a wide knees child's pose, and stretch your arms forward. If the head doesn't touch the ground, this is where your block or that prop might come in handy, or you can rest your forehead to the ground. You can also pad underneath your ankles, behind your seat, to make sure you're comfortable and supported here. And with your knees wide like this, just let your belly relax in between the legs. So filling the belly on the inhale. As you exhale, just connect with that gentle pelvic floor lift. Awareness to the root lock. And then let it go before you inhale again. Couple more breaths like this. Working with those grounding, stabilizing forces of Apana Vayu. And then bring your hands forward, rise up, hands and knees. We're going to work with that root lock again. So take a breath in here in all fours. And exhale, lower your hips down to your heels. Inhale again, rise up. Exhale, adding the breath count, lengthening the exhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, fill the belly, soft belly. Exhale for 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. This time add the pelvic floor contraction at the end of the exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Release the contraction. Inhale, soft belly. Last 2 rounds, adding to your exhalation or staying with 6 if that's already enough for you. Pelvic floor lifts very gently. End of the exhalation. Inhale, soften and release that contraction. Feel the grounding and stabilizing through your hands and your feet. Last time, sinking the heels back, hips back to the heels. And then inhale, rise up, hands and knees. From here, tuck your toes. Send the hips up and back. We won't be here very long. Coming into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then start to walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. Coming into a forward fold. From this forward fold position, bring your hands to your hips. Then inhale, rise up to standing Samastiti. We're going to continue to work with lengthening our exhalation in a forward fold. So bring your palms down and inhale, reach the arms forward and up. Exhale, soften the knees so you can connect your fingertips to the ground. Reach the arms forward, leading with the thumbs. Inhale. Adding the breath count, folding for 4, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, adding 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, reach the fingers up. 3, 4. Exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, extend. 2, 3, and 4. Exhale, 7 if you can, or stay with 6 or 5 if that was more comfortable. Back of the neck long. Inhale for 4. Exhale a little bit longer for 8 if you're comfortable, or stay lower. This time we're going to stay in the forward fold. Bend the knees as much as you need to so your hands can connect to the ground. If they don't, grab a block or something to rest the hands on and hold onto that so we bring the ground up to us. Breathe into your belly. Raise your toes a little off the ground and then place them down and see if you can feel the whole surface of the sole of your foot connecting to the ground. Weight through the legs. As you fold, get a sense of your tailbone lifting. Feel the belly moving towards the thighs on the inhale. And then soften the knees, reach the arms forward. Inhale all the way back up to standing. And then lower your hands, close your eyes, connect down through the feet. Shoulders move down. Spine tall. Feel like there's weight attached to each of your hands that is guiding you into that more grounded state. You think about building a house, we always work with the foundation first. We really need to establish our base. When we're toiling a garden, we always work with establishing really rich soil before we plant the garden. So what comes from that is a really sustainable growth or energy. Open your eyes, please. Step to the front of your mat. We'll take our left foot back, right foot forward. Establish a solid base so you don't feel like you're wobbling, which means you can have your feet a little bit wider. Square the hips to the front. Bend the front knee. Reach the arms up. Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. As you exhale, straighten the front leg. Extend the arms forward. This is where you might need your block again if you don't quite touch the ground. Back of the neck along. Bend the front knee, reach the arms forward, Warrior 1 again. This time, try to take the back bend out of it, so just lean a little bit further forward. Straighten the front leg, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, bend the front knee. We're going to lengthen to a 6-second exhalation. Straightening the front leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Add a little pause at the end. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Pause. Reach the fingertips forward. Lead with the thumbs. Inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. 2 more. Exhale. 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause. Reach. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Last time, straighten the front leg. Exhale, fold. Long spine, strong back, stable back muscles. Hold. Reach the fingertips forward. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Stay here. Inhale. Again, shoulders are a little bit further forward of the hips. Exhale as you lift the pelvic floor. Release that contraction. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, pelvic floor contracts. Inhale, lift the belly, heart open. Exhale, pelvic floor. 2 more like this. Inhale into the belly. Exhale, contract. It's just a very subtle lift of the pelvic floor. It's not strong. Relax the pelvic floor, Mula Bandha. Last time. Inhale. Exhale, fold over the front leg. Finding your block if you need to. Resting forward, back of the neck long. Stay here in Pajva Uttanasana or pyramid pose. And breathe easy. Little self-adjustment. Move your right hip back, left hip forward so the hips are square. And then draw the thighs towards each other, adding that sense of stability. And then to come out, I'm just going to walk your hands around, all the way around to the other foot. Bend the front knee, reach the arms forward, rise up, come into your warrior one pose, Virabhadrasana one. And then sink down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, straighten the front leg, fold forwards. Using that extra height if you need to. Inhale, reach the fingertips forward, rise up. Exhale, fold. Adding in the breath count, reach, inhale. Exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. Reach the fingertips forward. 2, 3, 4. Last round. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. Inhale, rise up. Bend the front knee. Bend the elbows a little. Lean forward a bit. Breathing in on the inhalation into the belly. Exhale, pelvic floor lifts. Inhale, soften. Exhale, lift. Inhale, soften. Exhale, lift the pelvic floor, connect to your root, to your foundation. Inhale, soften. Exhale, lift the pelvic floor. 2 more times. You can always have the arms down if it's too strong. And then straighten the front leg. Exhale, over the left leg, fold. Hands can be to the shin, to a prop, or to the ground if you can make it. Let the back of the neck release. Connect all your energy down through your hands, through your feet. There's this sense of letting go of anything that's holding you back, anything that's keeping you stuck, anything that's causing your mind to whirl, that's keeping you awake at night. Visualize whatever that is for you, anchoring through the ground, letting it go. And then inhale, lift halfway, walk the hands around to the center. And just bring your feet together, so they're parallel in a line. Hands come to the hips, inhale, lengthen. And I just wanted to touch on these 2 complementary energies that we work with in yoga. And they are one of the Yoga Sutras in the 2nd chapter. Stiram Sukham. Okay, so Stiram is this stabilizing, grounding, supportive energy. Sukham is this soft, sweet, easy, light energy or quality. And we want to apply those to all our yoga poses really. If we're not initiating this quality of Stira and Sukham, then we can't really call it yoga. And if you think of the spine, this really incredibly powerful structure, has this ability to be very stable and hold us up, but at the same time it's got this ability to move gracefully and flexibly in a flexible manner. So this quality of stira sukham applies to everything we do really, and we can take it off the mat and apply it to our life as well. So bring your hands to your hips, lift and lengthen through the top of the head, and then start to fold towards the ground. Again, if you need that prop to support you, please do. Bend the knees as much as you need to, and come into a forward fold. At this point, we want to totally relax the pelvic floor. Send the breath into your belly, soft. Surrender. Connect with the quality of stira through your foundation. And this sense of ease and lightness in the mind, in the upper body. Feel that real sense of stability through your feet. Calm mind. Drawing on the forces of stira sukham. Stable but easy. Steady. Comfortable. Grounded but energized. Last breath here. And when you exhale next, walk your hands around to your right foot and lower your left knee to the ground. So you're coming into a lunge shape. Untuck the back toe. Grab something if you need to support the knee. And then just have your ankle directly underneath the knee. Take a breath here. And then find the center of your mat with your left hand. Take your right hand to your knee. Stage 1, just twisting with the hand to the knee. Stage 2, reaching the right hand up and open. Take 5 easy breaths here, feeling the navel, abdomen. Exhale, be aware of that emptying out. Lower the top hand down. You inhale, untwist. Exhale, tuck the back toe. Swivel around through center all the way to your left foot and come into the lunge on this side. Untuck the back toe, something soft under that back knee if you need to. Left knee over the ankle. Just take a moment to ground into the lunge. Find that steady stira. And then right hand comes to the center of the mat. Left hand to the left knee. Stay there if that's enough. Otherwise, as you exhale, reach the left hand up. Come into a twist on this side. Think of your thighs squeezing together as your torso spins to the left. Left knee presses towards the center of the mat. Last breath out. Inhale, lower the top arm, come back to center. And then step that left foot back so you're in a hands and knees position. Walk the knees back and lower all the way down to the ground so you're on your belly, resting. Hands beside your ribs. Keep your belly firm and just start to feel the breath in the belly here. What does that feel like to have a little bit of resistance? Head turn to the right, so your left cheek's on the ground. Hands stay by the ribs. As you inhale, lift the head off the ground. Lift the chest off the ground. Turn the head to center, tuck the chin. Head turns to the left, right cheek lowers to the ground. As you exhale. Soften the shoulders. Inhale, come up again. Keep the head turned to the left until you get all the way up, then turn the chin to the center. Turn the head to the right. Lower the left side of the face down to the ground as you exhale. Keep going like this. Inhale, lift. Feel the belly press into the ground. Turn the head to the other side. Feel the spine strong. Exhale, lower. Nice and slowly. Couple more rounds like this. Close your eyes and really feel the ground below you, supporting you in this shape. One more time. And then release your arms forward. Relax the arms. Let your heels roll out to the side. Choose a position that's comfortable for you, for your head. And just take a few breaths. Okay, hands slide back, turn the head. Press yourself back to all fours and then lower your left hip to the ground. Extend the right legs forward. Okay, from here, take your legs wide. And then bend your left knee, sole of the foot flat to the ground. You can have a soft bend in this leg if you like. Bring your hands in front of you. You might already be feeling a bit of stronger sensation through the groins. Let your hips move back a little so you can really feel your sit bones on the ground. Lengthen through the top of the head and then just start to walk the hands away from you. Stop when you've reached an edge or you can't go any further. And then take a few breaths here. This is a great way to get into your lower back. Slowly walk the torso back up. Straighten the left leg. Bend the right knee. Draw the knee in. Find your sit bones again. Hands come forward. And then walk the hands a little bit further away from you. Think of your hips moving back as the torso moves forward. Keep the spine nice and long. Try to avoid rounding. If you're comfortable closing your eyes, start to soften the eyes or gaze. Let your breath be easy, steady. To give the mind an anchor, you've got your breath, but also let's add in an inner gaze. So just have your eye gaze to the third eye, to the center of the eyebrows. Inhale as you start to walk the torso back up. So we're going to bend both knees. If you can, keep the feet flat to the ground. Walk the hips back a little, find your sit bones. Hands come in between the legs, lift the torso, and then walk the hands away from you, thinking of moving the hips back as the torso comes forward. If you need to roll onto the heels, see how that feels. It might give you a little bit more space. And then breathe here, closing the eyes, taking the inner gaze to the center of the eyebrows. Keep lifting your torso, your spine out of your hips. And have this real sense of anchoring through the sit bones towards the ground. Hands come back as you start to inhale, lengthen up through the torso. Take your hands behind your knees and just walk your feet in. Come into an easy cross leg position with the right leg forward. At this point you might want to prop something up underneath your hips to give yourself a little bit of height. If this is really quite challenging for you to sit like this, you can take your feet much further forward into a longer cross, or bring the feet into a diamond shape. So right leg forward, cross-legged. Take your left hand to your right knee, right hand behind you. Lift and lengthen through the top of the head. Exhale, looking back over the right shoulder. Breath in the abdomen here. And just relax the neck a little bit so you're not straining so much. As you do that, keep the right shoulder moving back. Find a little bit more length on each inhalation. Stability and grounding on a longer exhalation. Inhale back to center. Keep your legs as they are. Walk the hands forward, coming into a cross-legged forward fold. How close can you get your legs to the ground, your seat to the ground? It might just be shifting something mentally or letting go of tension, a sense of melting through the legs. Try to avoid cranking the neck, so just keep the head parallel to the ground so the back of the neck's nice and long. This allows our mind to be steady, stable, cool. And then inhale, walk your hands back. And just take your hands to each knee and pause for a moment. Grounded and steady, energized and clear. Lean back, change the cross of your legs. Left leg forward now. Right hand to left knee. Left hand behind you. Lengthen through the spine as you inhale. Exhale, come into a twist. Easy twist. Looking back over the left shoulder. And then just easing the tension in the neck. Release back to the front on the next inhalation. Hands come forward, and they might just pause here. If you can, come a little further, reaching the arms to the ground. You press into the hands to get more connection through the sit bones. Send your awareness down to the lower back. Visualize your breath moving around the lower back. When we have a really strong lower back, we're more able to sit for longer periods of time, which equates to a longer, deeper meditation without the body distracting the mind. Come a little bit deeper if you can. Don't push, don't strain, just stop where you're feeling the pose and somewhere that you can just be easy in your breath. Start to walk your hands back up towards the body. Rest the hands to the knees. Take a moment just to notice effects of the body, effects of the mind. inner gaze to the space between the eyebrows. Leaning back a little to uncross the legs, or if your legs were forward, just bringing them in. Wrap your arms around your knees and hug yourself in. Lean back a little bit so the spine rounds. Stay here, or you can come onto your toes. You might even be able to lift the toes off the ground altogether and round the head forward towards the knees. So your anchor point is much smaller now. Really use that awareness wherever the sit bones, buttocks are connecting to the ground, and just visualize this sense of rooting down, of creating this solid foundation. And then let your feet rest back to the ground if you took them off. Release the legs. Come down to your back, please. Hands to the knees. Draw the knees in. And then open the knees a little. Reach the hands through the knees. Take hold of your big toes with your first two fingers. If that isn't possible, you can just hold somewhere on your legs. So, taking a moment to exhale. Stretch your legs up as you inhale. Open the feet wide as you exhale. Bring your feet back together as you inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, extend the legs up. Exhale to open the knee and feet. Relax the pelvic floor. Inhale to bring the legs back together. Exhale, bend, lower the feet. Extend up on the inhalation. Exhale, open, bend the elbows. Inhale, feet come back together. Exhale, bend, lower the feet. Couple more rounds. Extend on the inhale. Feel your lower back of the head grounding. Inhale to open. Sorry, that was an exhale. Inhale, feet back together. Exhale to bend. One more round. Close the eyes. All your focus to your breath. As you inhale and extend the legs up. Exhale, open, relax the pelvic floor this time. No mula bandha engagement. Soften the shoulders. Inhale, bring your feet back together. Exhale, bend the knees. Release the feet. Wrap the hands around the knees. Lower back nice and snug to the ground. And then just take your arms to the level of your shoulders. Breathe in. As you exhale, lower the knees to the right. Head can stay centered or gaze to the left. You might like to take your right hand to the knees, add to that sense of stability. And really guide your breath down here into your navel center, abdomen. Soft, rhythmic breath. And then come back on your next inhalation, knees to the center. As you exhale and lower the knees to the left, feel the lower back roll flat to the ground until you get to your outer left hip. Let your legs fall to the ground. Turn your head to the right. Left hand can support the legs if you need to. Barely breathing. Next breath in, knees come back to center. Lower the feet to the ground. And then set yourself up for relaxation Shavasana. We're here for a few moments, maybe 5 minutes, and then we'll finish with some pranayama to really just anchor in all the work that we've done. So you might be totally comfortable resting on your back, legs extended. If you need a little bit more stability for your lower back, you can bend your knees, have your feet flat, feet wide as your mat, let the knees fall into the center so they're supporting each other. You're welcome to rest on your side, on your belly, however you're comfortable here, as long as you can just stay still and not be distracted by the body in any way. So take a few minutes to find that optimal shape. And connect with the ground that's supporting you. Like you're using the stability of the ground to stabilize your mind and your body. Any last residual mental agitation, just feel that anchor through the body and into the ground. Let it go. Take a few long, grounding, calming breaths. Exhale much longer than the inhalation. Let everything completely soften and relax on the exhalation. Feel the soles of your feet. Get a sense of space, connection. Let the legs become heavy. Feel the bony structure of your pelvis, stable, grounded. Belly relax, just receive those nice soft breaths now into the belly. Release any tension around the heart. Let your arms melt, palms of the hands open, receptive. And then feel into the weight of the head and let that go as well. And now start to connect with a fuller breath. Bring your awareness back to your body. And just sense again the soles of your feet, the palms of your hands. Revitalizing the body with the breath through the mind. Begin to move your fingers a little. Explore some movement in your feet. You might like to stretch the body long or hug the knees in. When you're ready, rolling to one side. And just pause there for a moment. And when you're ready, come find a comfortable seat for some breathing. You don't have to be sitting cross-legged, you can be kneeling like such with a support under your hips as high as you need to. A chair works really well here. You can rest your back to a wall. Just try not to lean too heavy into it. We want to have this really nice long spine to receive our breath. Okay, once you've found your seat, close the eyes again, or just keep the gaze soft. Really, the eyes just shut out external distractions. We're shutting off one of our senses so we can really turn inward. And then notice your breath. We'll be working with the pranayama ratio, inhaling for 4 seconds, exhaling twice the length, so for 8 seconds, and then holding the breath for 4 seconds. If 8 seconds is too long, just find a breath that is maintainable for you. Whatever ratio that works for you, the exhalation is just a little bit longer than the inhalation. And there's a short pause at the end. I'll count you through the first few rounds and then you can find your rhythm. And then I'll leave you to it and you can breathe just counting mentally. So take a breath in. Exhale. Inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold the breath, suspend the breath. Release the suspension. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold the breath out. Relax. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale longer, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold 8. Hold the breath out. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold the breath out. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Continue for a few more rounds. Counting mentally. Finding a breath that you can sustain. Exhale longer than the inhale. Short retention at the end of the exhalation. See what it feels like to engage Mula Bandha contraction at the end of the out breath through the retention, and then relax it on the inhalation. Finishing this last round, and then just bringing your hands to your thighs so the palms are down, which just helps with your ability to ground, to stabilize, to anchor. Easy breath. Awareness to your base, to your seat, to the pelvic floor and the base of your spine. This real sense of anchoring down, of heaviness, of grounding, of this very stable foundation, not only physically but mentally. Sense your mind anchored. That ability to stay calm and steady amidst the waves of life that are out of our control. Get a sense of energetically or emotionally feeling stable, anchored, rooted. Connecting with your stira. And as you establish that solid base, then feel into a lighter energy from the belly button up. This softness, this sweetness, this ease, this sense of space, of sukham. The word sukham means to reside within a good space. The opposite of suffering. Just residing within that good space. Grounded and anchored. Stay here for as long as you like. Otherwise, bring your palms together. Connect into that part of yourself that is unwavering, unchanging, ever present, your essence. Bow into that. Namaste. And thank you.